This is the best radio-controlled motorbike that I've ever used. It can wheelie, it can do jumps, it's pretty fast. But in this video, we're going to make it even better. Well, hopefully. Might end up making it worse. So here I've got a whole load of aluminium upgrades from Trill. Now, aluminium strategically placed can make your RC a lot stronger. However, you put too much on there or in the wrong place, you can actually make it worse. So it's going to be interesting to see how all this aluminium is going to affect it. By the way, want to win one of my RC cars? See the link in the description. Man, just look at the quality of that machining. All made of 70-75 aluminium. They've machined a lot of it away to make it as light as possible. It's going to add quite a bit of weight, so it's going to be interesting to see how it performs after we've added all the parts onto it. But we're not going to do it to this one. We're going to do it to that brand new one there. Subscribe. Oh man, these things look absolutely epic. Let me know in the comments, what colour one do you like? Anyway, quick recap. I've done a video on these before, unboxing it and showing it all and everything. But quick recap, we've got a realistic chain, a realistic sprocket, realistic disc brake, a real caliper, real oil-filled suspension rear and on the front. Look at this. Even the rider's wearing real clothes. Now, these bikes come with 2 gyros, and that's probably what makes them so good. So it's got a mechanical one, which is a motor and the flywheel. So this spins up inside, and with that spinning, it's what keeps it level. When that's on and you move it side to side, you can really feel it, trying to hold it upwards. And then also in there, it's got an electronic gyro, and that one controls how much you can wheelie it. So on the controller, you've actually got a mode button. You've got 3 different modes. One mode makes it not wheelie, keeps the front on the ground, and makes it go as fast as possible. Another mode makes it wheelie and just holds it in a wheelie for almost indefinitely. And there's another mode, which I'm still not really sure what it is. We'll try and figure it out later in this video. Anyway, if you want to know where you can get this bike from, and all the upgrades in this video, and all the techno babble, all the waffle, I'm going to put a link to all of that down below. So anyway, I'm all waffled out. Let's get those upgrades on that bike and then take it out and give it a run, see if it's any good. So I'm going to start off with just by taking this bike apart and then rebuilding it with all these Trill upgrades. How's he come off of there? How they come apart is a bit of a mystery. Ah, here we go. Oh. Ha ha ha. Oh my god, that does not look comfortable. Can you imagine it? It reminds me of one of those videos when people sit on these things.
Because he was behind you over here.
Don't even think about it. So it appears that I'm safe. For now. I've got no idea what I'm doing here, but it seems to come apart really easily. So here we can see the motor, here we can see the gyro assembly, the mechanical one, here's the electric gyro, here we can see some of the gearbox and the servo for the front brakes. So let's take more screws out and hope that we can get it all back together again later on. Next, I'm going to try and get this front end off. So now, the only thing holding it on is this nut in here. So, I don't know if that's going to make it come off or not. Who knows? Can't get to it though anyway. Let's try that. God, this thing is awkward. Come on. I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to do it or not. Trouble with motorbikes, everything is so compacted together. You can't have got to take the whole thing apart just to get to one thing. Ah, well, that's got it. So now let's start chucking on some upgrades. And I'm going to start with the shocks. On any threads that are metal, it's worth applying a little bit of blue Loctite. It just stops it all from rattling loose. And here I'm just topping up a little bit of shock oil because we must have lost a little bit when we're changing the cap. And here I'm bleeding the shock and bleeding out the excess, putting it all back together again, and that is one complete shock absorber. Man, all these parts just look and fit so perfectly. Let's hope they perform just as perfectly as well. Next up, we are on the rear wheel assembly. Right, so we are making some progress, and if you look up there, look, I've just put some aluminium in there. This is basically like the crash protection system. It basically replaces all this stuff here. It was really fiddly to put in, actually. Anyway, next up, gear cover. So the back and the centre section of the bike, that's all done now. So now, all we got to do is do the front end, and then we can go rip. Yes! Look at this little brake caliper. Here we got the steering assembly. It's quite fascinating and technical. No idea how it all works, but somehow it does. Oopsie, made a mistake there, just went to put this on there and there's no screw holes. Where to put it on? And then I realised it's got the screw holes on this side. Now I did it right. Put a note down in the comments if you noticed it before I did. Now we can join the front and the back together again. And now we can go ahead and put all the plastics back on. Next up, we've got to put the rider back on. Sorry, Martin. Oh, poor dude. There we go, and ready to rip. Now, weight-wise, this one here's stock. There's not really much in it. I've got some scales here, so the stock one, just over 3.5 kilos. And now the modified one, only about 200 grams more. That's not bad. I was expecting this one to be a lot heavier. Here's all the parts that we removed. Now here I've got some Trill aluminium and carbon fibre wheels. I couldn't use them because these tyres are glued on. Getting them off is going to be too difficult. I've ordered some new tyres but haven't got them yet. So for now, we're just going to run it on the stock wheels and tyres. Durability-wise, I think with all the alloy, it's going to be alright. If you land on the front end, look, it's got a suspension thing inside there. Watch. So if you crash on the front wheel, look at that. It's got absorption inside here. It's all mounted onto the stock metal chassis, all the rear arms on the stock metal chassis. And by the way, you can win this bike. I'm going to put a link down in the description box. Right, let's go try it out. Here we are on location. We're going to do a quick speed run first. It's absolutely tipping it down. Everything's wet, but it is UK. Nothing we can do about it. So we're going to see how fast it goes anyway. Andy's got his one, which is stock. So I've got the GPS on my one here, hoping we can get to about 40 mile an hour. There you go, Martin. You ready, boy? Oh, there's no grip in this. That's full speed. Oh no, camera's off. I looked down on my phone to change the zoom. Ah man, camera's off, everything's off. When it's cold and wet, none of this stuff sticks. So that is the end of that footage. How fast did we get so far anyway? We got, oh look at that, 41 mile an hour. See if we can get a bit more. Look at that, 42 mile an hour. Guys, it is wet, it's cold, it's windy. I don't know if you can get any audio from the wind. I don't know if you can see anything because you get water on the lens. But if you think you're suffering by bad footage, just think how badly I'm suffering for being out here filming it. So subscribe and show a little bit of appreciation. Right, let's carry on. Let's race Andy. Hands are freezing. Here we go. Andy versus my one. Ready? Ready? Go, 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 go. Oh, mine's upside down. Oh, Andy's gone. Oh, that's a win for Andy, but I'm not sure if that's bike or driver, because mine wheelied. So on here we've got different modes. This is mode 1, I just want to see what the different launches do. So mode 1 launch, full speed. I was just wheel spinning. Now we've got a mode 2 launch. Oh, that keeps the front down a lot easier, actually. Now a mode 3 launch. Oh, so mode 3 is full on wheelie. Oh, what's he doing? So now in mode 2 launch, I think we can just pin the throttle and it'll keep the front end down. I'm still not fully sure about these modes. I have read up about them and played with them, but they seem a bit hit and miss. Ready, steady, go, 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 go! Oh, I'm catching up. Andy got off the mark a bit better. Right, next location. Here we are on location. We've got a little pump track. Hopefully, we're going to get it round there. Right, let's go. So first, a little bit of practice, and now for the hot lap. Don't forget, you can win this actual bike. Link down below in the description box. Now, the added weight didn't really seem to affect the performance, but it definitely made it more durable, and it looks absolutely epic. In fact, I love it so much that in here I've got a whole load of green parts so that I can build another one the same, but in green, and keep that one for myself. Next video, I'm going to run this bike on 6S lipos. The aim is to make it go over 70 mile an hour, the UK speed limit. So subscribe and smash the bell so you don't miss it. So next video, 6S lipos in the green motorbike, and see how fast it goes. I want to get 70 miles per hour. Subscribe so you don't miss it.